So this is the main screen, okay, when you want to start to cook. So we have two ways of cooking. We have one time the manual mode and you have the automatic chef. Okay? I will start quickly first with the manual mode. Okay? So here we have, you can see we have steam. Okay, so steam means steamed rice, steamed vegetables, steamed salmon, whatever you want to steam, okay? This is 100% steam, nothing we can change, okay? And here we can set up the temperature. So from 30 up to 130 we can steam. And the boiling temperature in this unit, in this location here in Dubai is 99. No, it is 99, yeah, 99.5, yeah. So, because here you see, you go here, you see, this is when the water starts to boil, 99.5. So if you do use this, is the perfect, this is the perfect thing when you want to use steam properly, okay? But still, you can use proving, so 30 degrees, between 30 and 48, okay? You can use low steaming, so for example, you can hold food, let's say for example for 70, I saw in some restaurants they're holding the rice for 70 for, depends, maybe 1 or 2 hours, you know, so you can hold it inside so it stays warm, okay? So, here, anyway, that's up to you, you decide what you want to use, okay? Most important is when you want to use it, you need to preheat, because at the moment, the temperature is 77 because it was used before, see? So I can check the actual temperature. So if I want to use it, I need to make the preheat. So I close the door, and then I push this button. Then the unit will preheat. And then when it's ready, you hear the buzzer, you open the door slowly, because the steam will come out. Not like this, be careful, you know, slowly. Open, and then you load your container of fries, your vegetables, whatever you want to steam, okay? And then from here, 6 minutes and seconds, you set up the timing, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, whatever you would like to use, okay? You have also another option, if you don't want to use the timing, you have some bigger product, let's say for example potato. You want to steam the potato, take long time, maybe like 1 hour. So you can go here and then preheat from here, okay? And here you can just choose what temperature you want the product to be steamed on. So what should be the outcome. So let's say for example you want to steam potato and it should be 80 in the probe, okay? So 80 degrees inside. So again, you go here to this probe, then you choose this one, you preheat, you choose the temperature, let's say for example 80, and close the door, you preheat. Once it's ready, you open the door. Let's say for example you put the big potato inside, and then you need to put this probe inside the potato, okay? Then you put this one back, finish, okay? And then you close the door and there's no timer. The unit will steam until the core temperature inside the product, so for example the potato, will be reached. No timing. You can only see this one is going up until you reach the right temperature. Okay? But most of the time, you know, from experience, people using this one, easier. You can control, you can add the time. This is manual, so you can say more or less, you're on control, you're on charge. Okay? And this one, for example, you're on a la carte or you're with operation, some event, catering, whatever. So you can use continuously. So you don't need to breathe all the time. So the unit will stand by on this temperature, 99.5 or whatever. It will hold it all the time. So when you load, just go here, put the timer. When you finish, you go back here, so it will hold it. So you don't need to preheat again and again if you are busy and you need the unit to be on standby. Okay? Clear with the steam? Okay, great. This now is combination mode. Okay, combination mode. So we have steam and hot air. Okay? So we can choose percentage. What? How much steam and how much hot air do you want? Okay? What is happening most likely like 50-50, 60-40, okay? So the product gets steam and hot air. Steam and then after hot air. So this percentage, okay? And then we choose here the temperature we want to run inside the unit. So we can go from 30 up to 300. Okay, and then the same, we should preheat. Preheat, okay, ready. We load the product and then we put the timer, or we preheat from here and then we put the copper. Same like before. The only difference is we can choose steam and hot air. Combination mode, so we can use it both at one time. So the unit will get steam, then hot air, steam, then hot air. So for example, if I put 250, okay, and then I put, for example, I'll make it easy. I'll put 10 minutes. Okay, so the unit will work 5 minutes steam, 5 minutes hot air. Easy, right? Because we put 50, 50. So you just understand, have an idea. Your product get half of the time steam, half of the time
But
hot
here,
air.
half of the time steam, it will be 100 Celsius. What will be the temperature?
No, the temperature is 250.
So it will steam on 250.
Yes,
Sorry.
we'll do combination mode with steam and hot air.
Steam 130 max.
So, but if I put 50-50, it will work steam and hot air as well. But 50-50 because I put 50% steam, 50% hot air.
What I know, maximum steam is 100%.
I know. You're right. So what happens actually when you do this, that the heating element, they will spray the water in it to cool it down.
Okay.
Okay, so you get still steam inside. You're right. You're 100% right. This is why they're spraying some water there, and then it's cooling down, and then the product gets still somewhat steam. The most important thing is that it doesn't dry out. Where I see most likely doing this, for example, we do the roasted chicken, so they don't want it to be dry out, so they should be steamed so the chicken stays juicy inside. Okay? Just give it a try, and then we'll see. Okay? And
In
here,
this,
yes,
when we are
yes, chef.
in any of this, when we are setting the timer,
Yes.
the maximum timer is known set 2 hours 30 minutes. How is it?
Yeah, this is 2 minutes and seconds. We can change it if you.
How
If you
percent? How
yeah,
many
I can change it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, now it is
Okay.
2 hours. Okay? It's here. It's up to you. You can change it. You see? You push the small oven here. Okay? And then cooking time format. MS, minutes, seconds. Or you can do hours and minutes. So if you, if you want to for like 2-3 hours, okay, then it's easier to use this one because you can see here, then this was for example 3 hours. Okay, so it will work from minute to minute. If you want to see the time like this, so it will be 180 minutes. It's up to you. You can decide. Okay. Once again, it's easy. Just go here and just push this one. Okay. Clear with the combination mode, guys. Everybody see? Yeah. Clear. Okay. Now we go for the manual. Last one. Convection. Hot air. Okay. So this is pure hot air. This means the fan is working, and then you get hot air. Okay. And this one means this is 100% humidity inside the cabinet. So the product gets humidity, moisture, exactly. When do we don't want moisture? When we get the product to be dry or get crispy. Or let's say, for example, you bake, so for example, a cake or a biscuit, we want it to be crispy, so we want no moisture. If you don't want the moisture, this is up to you again. We can remove it from here. So we push this button, and then from here, we can remove it. So this is with moisture, this without moisture. Then all the moisture will absorb with the ventilation system will go out, and then it will be on dry heat. It's for Christmas.
So that was the difference with. That was we are getting difference for steam roast and roast.
Yeah, this is different. This is steam. That means that unit will have
The water
steam.
will be coming.
Yes, this one, that means this unit will remove all the moisture from the cabinet. So it means it's just dry heat. This is different. If you use this one, the product gets wet. This one, it will remove humidity. Okay, so the
For
product gets
example,
dry.
If you put 7% or 25%, how you can scale it? Like what if I, for example, the amount of the steam I want inside?
You mean this one or this one?
No, this one. So 7% is stand for what? 7%?
No, this one means 93% of humidity goes out, only 7% humidity is inside.
Stay there.
So this one means all the humidity is out.
Okay, fully
So
dry.
it will be dry, totally dry.
Like a crispy item.
So you can decide, for example, some of the bakery products, if you do 0, they're too dry. They should be still a bit moist, okay? So maybe in this case you keep, I don't know, 10, 15%, you decide. You as chefs, you decide, okay? So this is up to you. So this one means, for example, 50. So it will be 50% only moist, and the rest will be drying out, So you need to decide, It's up to you to decide, do testing, and then check what is the best thing.
Here, for example, if you keep it like 100%,
Yes.
okay, so there will be something, it will block the steam from coming up.
No, here there's no steam. This is only dry heat.
I dry
Only
heat.
the fan.
I agree, but when you said there is 100% steam will be remaining when you do in the dry heat, so
Yeah, you're right.
because you was mentioning that something the steam will come out.
Yes,
so,
yes. No. This one means that the humidity inside the cabinet will be absorbed. So you will hear.
Yes.
This
So
will be
there is something will be open and closed to solve
Yes,
this.
to absorb this humidity from the cabinet go outside.
Okay,
That the product inside gets
Agree.
only dry heat. and it gets crispy.
When
for
it's
100.
100%, that particular window it will be completely closed.
Yes, when it's 100%, when it's 0, it will go out. No, and here, this one you can decide how much you can go out. It will, the unit will calculate and will take, here in this case, only 50% of humidity out from the cabinet. Yeah, it's a bit more complicated with physics.
It's not
you know, but-
complicated,
yes.
but I'm trying to understand.
Yes.
Usually in the normal deck oven,
Yes.
if you want to keep the
In the
steam,
deck oven.
no, I'm,
Yes.
just let me explain.
Yes.
There is like a window, we close it,
Yes.
so we maintain the maximum steam inside.
Yeah.
So if we want to release the steam, automatically one window it will be open, and then slowly, either it will be like half open, or 3/4 open, or quarter open. It
Yeah.
depends how much you want to release the steam.
Okay.
out.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is similar concept.
Yeah. This is a similar concept.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
Here
this is
you-
what I'm trying to
You
get.
can decide.
So when we put 100%, it means that window will be fully blocked, and all the steam will remain in the cabinet itself.
Exactly. The humidity will keep inside the cabinet. Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
But if I put the 100%, it will be the weight with the food. Like if I put the steak, the steak will be a little bit watery or no?
No, no. It will, that means that the moisture is still inside. You know. When you put the product inside, you see there's moisture inside.
You will have a pressure steam
Yes.
aside from roasting.
Yeah.
Yes.
The product itself.
So it will not dry your product.
Yes.
Means
So for example, you're
this
saving also moisture.
yeah, that moisture will still remain there.
Yes, because it's
That
from
is
the
on
product.
that, like if we are cooking any of the things, the moisture is coming out.
Yeah.
That moisture will remain here.
Yes, but
And
from the
create
cabinet it
pressure
will go out.
Yeah.
Cabinet will go out, exactly.
If it is 100%,
If it is 100%, if it is 100%, it will
it
stay
remains
there.
here.
If
If
you don't want
decrease
it,
it, then it start to
it
go
will
out.
go out. Yes.
Okay, yeah,
The
it
only
will
thing
start
what
to
will
dry.
stay is the moisture from the product.
Okay.
This cannot go out, right?
So the water in your
If I put
product
the
it
zero,
will
it
be
will be food will be dry.
Like a
or no?
dehydrated.
Let's say for example, if you want to bake cookies, you should, or you want to bake something like biscuits, you should go to need 0 because it
Zero.
should be crispy. If you keep it on 100, okay, what will happen? Your cookies will never be crispy. They will stay wet. No
They
wet.
will be crispy, but they will maintain humidity in the
Timing.
center. Yes.
Yeah,
Like chicken, we roast chicken or something like this. So it will still remain its juices inside.
So for like let's make it easy. For
Yeah,
normal
it's
products,
okay.
100 is okay, you know, like a steak or whatever you're cooking. But for anything where you want crispiness or you want to bake something, and you know normally it's a deck oven, so you can move here a bit down and then check how it should be. Okay, give it a try. Give it a try, and then you will see the outcome. Okay. So you have the temperature from 30 to 300 again, and then the same. He will preheat. Okay. If you want to use the cold probe, same like before. And here this one, we have this small one, this is the fan speed. This is also important when you do, for example, baking. Okay, so sometimes the product is sensitive, so you need to make sure that the fan speed is maybe on 1 or 2.
Or like some very thin item, it will not blow up.
I have a
The-
question regarding the fan.
Yes, please.
If I put the less fan,
Yes,
then it will be product will not cooking.
that's one. You put longer time. Longer time, yes. This
But
one
if I put the high heat, high temperature, also it's not cooking the properly.
But this is what I said. This is depends on the product. Sometimes the product needs longer time. Maybe less temperature and longer time. This is up to you to decide.
Example, we put the 220.
Yes, put 220, okay?
Then you put here is a one fan.
You can put 2.
If I put the full,
Fan,
is
fan,
cook-
that's fan.
cook full, it will be, and when you put the two fan, then one fan it will be less cooking. With the same product, it will be different cooking.
The fan depends on the product because sometimes the product is light.
Light, it will go.
So if you put too much fan, it will fly away.
It will fly.
It cannot work with the big fan. That's why you can put maybe 1, 2, or 3. Depends on the product. I don't know the product. Depends on the product. Okay.
My question
So you need to
is-
decide. Yes.
My question is, like a without fan and with fan is the same temperature or not?
It's the same temperature, but it
temperature.
will take a bit longer because the fan is working slow. Okay.
But mainly fan is for bakery product, not for.
Yeah. Exactly, chef. Yeah.
Fan there, it will fly.
Okay, and very
Temperature
important, there's no zero fan here. I know on deck ovens you don't have a fan at all. Sometimes you can put 0. Here there's the fan because the only way how the heat is working here is the fan, is the propeller, the fan. Okay, so the minimum one is 1. You cannot go. See, you cannot put 0. So you need 1. It's not possible 0. Okay, and this one here is if you, for example, do sometimes baking.
Steam.
Yeah, will throw some steam inside. Spray some water, steam. You need this sometime for some baguettes or some bread. Okay. Again, this is all manual, so you decide what you want to do it. Because this manual means
But the
put
steam
knowledge
it can
inside.
be programmed or it's coming like you control the amount.
No, this one is manual.
So you need to press it.
So you
Just
need to
press
press
it,
it,
it will
and
come
then
automatic.
it will
And
spray.
the more press, the more it will release.
Yes, yes. So when you push here, it will when you want it, you push, and then you will see some water drops going on the product.
But if you continue pressing, the more steam will
Yes,
come.
yes. You continue pressing, you decide on it, right?
Yes.
So you can push this one, and then it will spray the water inside.
What is the
Wow.
last one?
Wow, like
Which one?
On the same, this is the same.
Yes, chef. No, this one. So again, this one is to
pre.
preheat, and this one is to cool down. Let's say, for example, somebody was cooking a chicken
well,
before, and then you want to bake.
Mm.
So you're baking, you want to use 130, 150, so you can cool down the unit. So you go over here, close the door, open, and then the temperature will go down to the temperature you're looking for. Okay? So any questions for manual cooking? Clear? Okay? Now we go quickly to the automatic chefs. Okay? So we have here poultry, meat, fish, eggs, side dishes, bakery or pastry, and regeneration. Okay? Let's go, for example, for fish. Okay? So if you go for fish, let's say for one product, grilled salmon, for example, you want to do the grilled salmon. Okay? So we go for grill.
Mm.
Now what is happening here? Thin or thick? What does it mean? 2 centi. So the salmon is normally like this, more than 2 centi. So it is thick. You get the point? So it's not thin, it is thick. So it means I need to use, sorry Jeff, I need to use this one, this Copro. I'll explain you now how. Okay? And now the unit is asking me what color do we want for the product, for the grilled salmon, which is our product. Okay? So light, medium, dark. This one here is a chef's recommendation from Rational. Medium color. Okay? You can change it. So the more you change it, that means the higher temperature you will work. Okay? So we keep it on medium. Okay? And now the unit
Medium,
asks me,
what is the temperature? Medium is stand for which temperature?
I'll tell you, medium stands for 247. Okay? So this is medium, okay? And now the unit asks you if you want the product to be juicy, medium, or well done. Again, for fish, most likely you will use it well done. You can use less, but the chef's recommendation is well done. So means from 65 onwards to 99, okay? You can keep it on 66. This is chef's recommendation. If you say no, we have our standard. We want to cook it on 70, which is okay. So you go here, you change it to 70, okay? Done. So thick, medium color, 70. What does mean 70? 70 is the temperature inside the grilled salmon, which you want to cook. Okay? Now how to preheat here? You just close the door, and now the unit will start to communicate with you and tell you that it will do the preheat. You see? 100% humidity. This is the preheating, okay? And you see this is 70. This is what the temperature we're looking for. Once it's ready, the buzzer will start, and then you will load. And now the restaurant do not know how many trays you will load. You can put 1 tray, 2, 6. You can put on a tray 8 pieces, 2 pieces. This is why you need this one. You need to put one of them. So all of them the same size. You put the probe inside the salmon and keep it inside. So that means this part is completely inside the salmon. Okay?
Middle of.
Then you keep this one inside. Then the unit will start to cook the salmon. Okay? And what will happen? The unit will calculate the probe position check and product size. So it will calculate how long, if the temperature is the right temperature or we need to increase. If we have, for example, more salmon, it will increase. And it will calculate if you need to add the time. So it's doing the chef's work fully automatically. It doesn't mind if it is 1 tray with 6 pieces or if it is 6 by 8, 48 pieces. It will do the time adjustment and temperature adjustment. This is what you normally do. Okay? Automatically. Most important is that you put this probe here in one of the pieces. Let's say, for example, you have 4 big pieces. You put one of them, okay, and then the unit will start to cook. And once it's ready, you will see it's 70, and then you will take it out. My experience, normally it would take up between 8 to 10 minutes. And then the salmon ready to serve. Okay? Clear? Easy? Let's go for another one. Bakery, for example. You see, we push the bakery chef, and we have all these things here already saved inside the unit. That's it. Yes. For example, you want to use cookies, biscuits. It's set up already. Medium color, 10 minutes.
Medium stand for which temperature?
Medium stands, I think it's 155. Yes, 155.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see how the unit will work. Medium color, 10 minutes, approximate 10 minutes. Okay, that depends again on your product. Sometimes it takes 9, 10, 11. Later, the unit will decide if it will take 10 minutes or not. Okay, so again, we close the door, we preheat. Then we put the cookies on a tray, we load, and then the unit will start to cook. You see, it will work 155 with full humidity in the beginning. Then the next step, the unit will remove 80% humidity. And then the last step, it will remove 90% humidity to make the cookies crispy. Again, most of the time it's working, but again, it depends on the product you're using. Maybe your product is different, need different timer. Then in this case, you can use
Prop is
manual.
not required here, right?
Hmm?
Prop is not required.
No, not required. In this case, no, don't need the probe because this one is without. So you see here, even when you load, you will see no probe. Okay, but for some of them, probe is required. For example, which one is it? Muffin. So you can use with the probe or without. I would use always with the probe because it's easy, medium color. So you put the muffin mold, put the muffin inside, okay? You put it on a tray, okay, and then you preheat, and then when you load, what you will do, you take this one here out, I'll show you. See, it goes like this, the muffin mold, and then you put this one here inside, because normally the chef is taking this one and checking if it is baked inside or no, So you put this one here, and then you see it will bake 160, and then remove slowly humidity. Temperature is going down until it's done. This one is safe side. You can use also 20 minutes, but again, it depends on the mixing and whatever. I know when baking is not something I will tell you to work this way because it's not something easy. You need to have experience or whatever. So I would use for sponge cake the same sponge cake, exactly the same. Okay, so you see, but it's different temperature. Work exactly the same. So you put the probe on the sponge cake and you let it bake. Like I said, guys, you can use this one or you can use manual. It's up to you. You decide. If you think this one is easier, this one is easier, it is up to you. You are the chefs and you decide which one to use. I show you only both options which are available in the unit. Okay? What else do we have? Yeah, rice, for example. So we go here. Okay? We go for steamed rice. Okay? So, how we cook steamed rice? If you're not sure, we can always use the question mark. So, basmati rice, jasmine rice. Select 80 minutes. Okay? See, everything is mentioned here. But normally it's easy. It is 1 kilo rice and 1.5 liter water. 1 kilo rice, washed and soaked for 30 minutes, 1 hour. Depends again what kinds of rice you're using because there's different opinions about this, okay? Then you put the rice, you put the 1.5 liter water after it was soaked, then you put the spices, whatever you want to use, and then you load, like here. This probe goes inside, and then you cover with the alu foil or better with a tray. With a tray or stainless steel container, and then you leave it inside until the rice is cooked. It depends on the quantity, it can take between 20, 35, 40 minutes. Depends again on the quantity. Or you can use also manual. So this is not a problem because the unit will use the same. So you use like this one and then you put 30 minutes, 25 minutes, it will also work. It's better always to cover the rice so it stays more, If you don't cover it, it will be a bit wet on the top, so it is up to you. But I recommend always to cover the rice with the alu foil or with the cover. Okay? I'll show you something nice. Regeneration. So this is good, for example, when you cook some food and you chill it and then you want to recook it. Okay? So in this case we can use serving container. So the food is cooked, we just want to bring it back to temperature. We use with the probe and now we can choose is the product which we're recooking dry or humid. So for example, recooking rice again, obviously it's human. So we can put this one, and now you choose, this is from Germany, 72, but I think Hasab in UAE is 75. You can also say if you want to recook it on 80, it's up to you. Okay? So let's keep on 75. So close the door, use this for heating. Once it's ready,
Here 82.
82.
82. Okay. We put 82. Okay. Okay, done. So close the door for heat. Now we load. Same. You can use this one for the rice. Okay. If this one for some reason doesn't work because the container is too big or whatever, just remove this one and then put this one inside the rice, and then we'll recook. It's going, depends on the product. Sometimes it takes time, but you will see the outcome. The quality is good because we're using the steam inside, so the product tastes like 95% like it was cooked fresh. Okay. So let me show you now the cleaning. Do you have any questions about this one? This one, quickly, this one will save anything used in the automatic chef. It will save it. So for example, you're doing roasted chicken, it will save it. How many times you're doing the top 10 and so on.
Can you call Danish to come? Because you need to see how it's clean, and you also.
This one, whatever you will use, it will be saved here. So you can see the programs you or your colleagues were using before. Okay? So let's now go for the cleaning. So this,
1
this,
second.
and the other one needs to be
Cleaning?
cleaned.
Let me call chef.
Okay. Notepad, this one is to create programs. Let me show you.